Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're back over on the test server to take a look at the Lost Sigils event returning to the game, and this one's pretty nice, but it does have its one little downfall. So we'll go through the event, we'll go through the prizes, and talk about what you might want to be buying. So let's get into the video. The first thing I just want to mention is I hope you guys can notice a difference in the audio. I did get a new mic, but I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Coffee Rat, he's on Discord. He does stream. I'll leave a link to his Twitch in the description. He just does a lot of audio and visual stuff. So if you do need help with that sort of stuff, go check him out. Like, a massive thank you to him. He spent about 3 hours yesterday morning at 2:30 a.m. He lives in Australia as well. He worked night shift and stayed up to help me out, and he spent about 3 hours yesterday morning helping me sort out the audio, do all the mixer settings and all that stuff. So massive thank you to him. I can't believe how nice people are and how much they're willing to help people out. So big thank you once again. So let's jump into it. Hope you guys can hear the difference. Just trying to get everything sorted on this stream. We shouldn't be red anymore, so we should be good with the picture too. He helped me out with that as well. So this Lost Sigils event, let's take a look at it. Let's jump into the prizes. We'll go through how the event works and all that in a minute. But your normal heroes, you have the Belinda, Warwick, Cirrus, Baden. Then you have Wukong. Then you have Taylene, and then you have Zolrath. Now you also have gold for all the different sigils. And then if we look at the images, I've got big shout out to Gwendolyn on Discord for linking me these. We also have the gear chests over there, which not a big fan of. Too expensive, don't even bother with them. We also have the signature item upgrade tokens, which there's the purple and the gold ones. You're not really going to want to go for those. The 10 faction emblems are actually fantastic value. So you've also got down here, those ones are the reroll gear tickets. I probably wouldn't buy them either. So I just want to go through my theory on everything in this. The gear ones, they're just too expensive, and the gear ones I'm not looking at. The normal heroes, I'm not a big fan of either. Actually, before we talk about that, let's have a look at this. So this is the math of what you'll be getting. So the event was, like, when the event started, it was 7 days. 7 days of battles, 8 days of total event, meaning, so you do 7 days worth of battles, you have 9 days to collect the rewards. That's what I'm pretty sure it was. If it's 8 days, it changes things. But if we look at 7 days, you've got 6 battles per day. You can get 5 sigils per battle. That's a total of 30 sigils per day. And when you've got the 7 days of battles, that gives you 210 sigils all up. So with that, you'll easily be able to buy one of these normal heroes. But once again, I probably wouldn't bother. They're not worth it in my opinion. Maybe the Wukong, if you're free to play and you really want to get him for 150, it's not too bad. But you can get him from the Labyrinth store, so I probably wouldn't. The big thing is the Taylene and Zolrath. Taylene being the one that most people will be eyeing off. Now, if we look at her cost, you got the 95, 95, 190. That becomes 225. So you can't, if it is 7 days, you won't be able to get it. If they stretch it out to 8 days, you will be able to get it free to play. However, if you really want the Taylene, you can go to the merchants, and I know some people are just free to play and you won't be able to get it, but that's fine. There's better options in the rewards, so don't stress about it. But if you buy this $1 pack, which is $1 US, 3 of the days, you'll be able to get the Taylene. So $3 you can get a Taylene and 30 stones. So it's not bad. If you're a light spender and you want the Taylene, it's worth it. If you're completely free to play, don't stress, there's other options. But who knows, they may stretch it out to be an 8-day event so that everyone can get a Taylene. But keeping in mind, you have to get the exact sigils. When you're playing with that much little room for that much little wriggle room, you've got to get the exact sigils that you need. Like, you've got to hit that 95 Lightbearer, 95 Wilder, and 35 Celestial. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. So just keep that in mind. Luckily, they did do Tailene as the easy ones to get, which are Wilder and Lightbearer, which most people would have more useful heroes built for. If you're early game and you want to get her and you've got a Shimura carry, you may struggle a little bit because you won't be able to use her. So just have a play around with that. But like I said, if you can't get her, when we look over here at, let's go to this one again, this one. Okay, so I just want to talk about quickly the purple and the gold stones, not really worth it. You get so many of them, you can end up buying them from the shop. The only situation in which I'd maybe buy the purple stones is I actually did it on an event on my Celestial Hypergene account, which was when I had my Eron at Mythic, but I hadn't done enough summons to be able to get the tavern bonuses to start unlocking those purple tokens. So if you have a hero at Mythic and you're still like 100 summons away, which you can check out here. If we go over here and we go to the Noble Tavern and you hit this button here, it tells you your current summons before you can start unlocking those things. So here I need to do another 97 summons before I'm able to actually start getting those signature item upgrade tokens from summons. So if you're in this sort of situation where you've only done like 400 summons, but you've got a mythic hero that you really want to unlock the signature item, that is the one situation in which I would buy the purple stones to be able to unlock it. It's a very niche situation, but if you're there, I definitely see it as valuable to be able to do that. Now, the next thing, but keep in mind, if you do that, you're going to run out of sigils to actually buy the Tailene if you were looking at the Tailene. But then if we go back over to, okay, look at the image again. We have the gear reroll tickets. Now, they're a new thing. They're really shiny, really fancy, really nice. But for me, being that they're 36 to get them, you'd end up being able to get them 3 times, maybe 4. Can't be bothered doing the math. But even so, if you manage to buy that 4 times and get 20 of them, maybe on odds, you'll get, well, my math is struggling, but you might get like, 3 pieces changed to the correct faction. If that, and keep in mind, you might get more, you might get less. It's a gamble. For me, I'd rather go for the sure thing, which is going to be the faction emblems for upgrades. Them being at 18 each is really nice. So basically, you're going to be able to get 110, I believe, of those free to play, which is big when you get towards the end game and you actually look at start upgrading them. I'm actually considering on my Celestial Hypergene account, I'd be happy to pay the $3 to get the Tailene, and I know I'm building Tailene on it, but I'm considering going for those faction emblems instead because I just see the value as greater than what the value of that Tailene is. I'm gonna ponder that. I've got hopefully a couple days to decide. They have got a couple I gotta make my decision because I'll just do Wilders and Lightbearers and then I can choose whether I want to go the Graveborn and Maulers to get the other ones. But yeah, they just seem like such good value at 18 for 10 compared to the Tailene that I might actually just go for them because on that Celestial Hypergene account, I'm struggling so much to get the emblems that, it might benefit me more than that extra copy of Tailene. Once again, we'll talk about it more when it comes to global servers and we'll see what I can do. But now we'll take a look at the event. That's the rewards out of the way. That's what I'd do. I'd probably be looking at the emblems for most people or the Tailene. Or the Tailene, up to you. But once again, you can choose anything. You can choose absolutely anything you like. And then at the end of the event, don't forget to exchange all your last little bits and pieces for these. That's the other thing. If you do have a couple left over, I'd probably take some of the purple or gold emblems if you don't have enough to buy the faction emblems. I'd buy some purple or gold if that's how many you have left. But with the absolute leftovers, make sure you buy your gold. Just don't let it go to waste. It's all good. But the actual event, it's the same as always. You just go here, click battle. It gives you a random enemy. You can pay 5 diamonds to reroll and fight a different enemy. You go challenge. You can see down the bottom here that those are the sigils I'm going to get, and the sigils are directly related to what heroes you use and what their faction is. So it's pretty simple in that sense. You just go like that, make up your team, and you're going to want to change your team around to be able to get the sigils that you want to get. So It will get a little bit difficult for some people because, once again, you're trying to get the sigils, not just win. You need the right factions in your team, and you need to win. So if you are looking at getting that Taline, run the numbers, work out what team works for what you have that can get some wins, but also spread it out so that you'll be able to get all the sigils that you need across the time period, because it does get hard if you go with your best team all the way and then you're like, oh wow, I need a bunch of maulers, and then you don't have any good maulers. You'd rather use your main team with 2 weak maulers put into it so that they can carry them. So that's the kind of thing behind that. But it's that simple. You go begin again, it'll give you another random battle. Like I said, you get the 6 battles per day and you get the 5 sigils per battle. So that is it for this event. Hopefully it comes soon to global. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do. On my Graveborn main and Gwyneth account, I'm just going for those the faction chests. They just seem like too good a value to pass up. But on the Celestial Hypogean account, I'm still making up my mind. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you get pumped for the event. It's actually a nice one. Even if you can't get the Taline free to play, it's still a good event. I know people are going to get salty that... Once again, we'll have to see. Maybe they make it 8 days on global. We'll have to see. But even if you can't get it, it's still a really nice event. Those faction emblems are really good later games. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.